need to remind everyone, including children, to please remain seated at all times during our safari. Small children are in your lap, they can enter from up there. Just make sure everybody stays on their bottoms at all times. Absolutely no standing allowed during our safari. You'll also want to make sure to keep your arms, hands, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. For the health and well-being of the animals in the reserve, there is no eating on safari. Beverages are okay, just make sure all food items are hidden away at this time. If you're taking photo or videos and you can change the setting on your camera, you might want to put your camera on an action or sports setting. The roads of the reserve do tend to get a little bumpy. That action or sports setting should help keep your photos from coming out blurry. And hold on tight to cameras and cell phones. I cannot stop for anything that falls out of the vehicle. Over to our far right-hand side, you're going to see a large dark brown animal with white stripes on her legs walking around. That animal is called an okapi. A lot of people think okapi are related to zebras because of the striping on their legs, but they're not. Okapi are the forest cousin of the giraffe. Very shy and elusive okapi were not discovered by the Western world till about 1901. Unusually late for such a large animal. Speaking of large animals, sometimes when I drive through this part of the reserve, I get to see black rhinoceros, and I know they look like an indestructible animal, but they've been hit hard by poaching. There's less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the world today. I got one up ahead in a moment. To the left at the water's edge, you're going to see a big black and white bird called a saddle-billed stork, one of Africa's tallest storks. Saddle-billed stork can stand 5 feet tall and have up to a 9-foot wingspan. There's one black rhino to the left, but I've got another one up ahead that's a better view. Up on the hill to our left, you'll see a second black rhino. Now, fully grown black rhinos like these two can weigh as much as 3,000 pounds. They can run at 30 miles an hour. Over to the right, you're going to see reddish-brown colored antelope with white stripes called bongo. Bongo had been nicknamed the ghost of the forest. They're known for being shy and rarely seen. With bongo, both the boys and the girls grow horns. Got another saddle-billed stork crossing the road from left to right. We're going to make our way to the Safi River next. There we'll be on the lookout for hippos and crocodiles. Hillside to the left, you're going to see tan antelope up there to the left called greater kudu. Greater kudu are Africa's second tallest antelope. Now those are girl kudus. The boys get bigger. The boys also grow beautiful spiral-shaped horns. There is one called the lesser kudu, about half the size of the greater kudu, but they look almost identical. It's weird. Now, hippos can be a bit tricky to see during the daytime, and that's because they spend much of that time in the water sleeping. This does make hippos nocturnal. They tend to be their most active during the night. Coming up on the right, you're going to see pink-backed pelicans. Now, the girl pelicans choose their boyfriend based on who brings them the nicest looking stick. That stick will go on to become the foundation of the pelican's nest. So instead of a ring, she gets a house. Hippos in the water to the left. There's one right at the end of the island there. Not the best swimmers, but hippos can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes at a time. Most of the time when you see a hippo moving in the water, they're just walking on the bottom of the river. Pretty mobile on land though. Make sure we're sitting down, please. Sitting down, please. That rule applies to everybody. Why do the adults always stand up? The kids get it.
Exactly.
Hippos on land can run at about 20 miles an hour and turn on a dime. Zigzag running does not work with a hippo. They will zigzag with you. Hippo out of the water. I love when you guys, please sit down. I can see you. I love when you guys awe about the hippos. You know they're the most dangerous animal in Africa, right?
Yep.
Even more so than the animal I'm about to show you. Coming up on our left, you're going to see Nile crocodile. Even Nile crocodile are afraid of hippos. A Nile crocodile can grow up to 20 feet in length, weigh almost 1,000 pounds, and get the Nile part of their name because they were discovered in the Nile River. But you will find them in just about any body of water in Africa. They've even been known to go swimming in the ocean.
Wow, water. Wow, water.
We are now heading to the Savannah grassland system of the reserve. This is where we should see the greatest concentration of animals. On our way there, I want to show you a baobab or upside down tree. I've got a really nice looking one coming up on the right, and you'll see more of these trees scattered throughout the savannah. Baobab trees do remain leafless for about 9 months out of the year. And during the rainy season, not only do they grow leaves, but they also produce a citrus tasting fruit that the locals will use to make something similar to lemonade. Now I'm already starting to see movement on the savannah below. I should be able to get you a pretty good view of just about everybody out here. Looks like we're going to be starting with some Hartmann's Mountain zebras. Different kinds of zebras found in Africa. As their name implies, you'll usually find Hartmann's Mountain zebras in the hillier parts of the reserve. There are 2 baby zebras in the herd. One is a little boy, he's about a month old. The other one is a little girl, she's about a month and a half old. I can see one of them over to our far right, so I'm going to get you closer to them as we circle around.
The other one I think is napping.
They've been really sassy since we got the rain because it cooled everything down, so they've been running around like lunatics. It's been great. I love when the animals keep me on my toes. Over to the left, you're going to see brown, black, and white calico-looking dogs called painted dogs, also known as the African wild dog and the African hunting dog. One of the most successful hunters on the planet. Teamwork is the key to their success. In the dog family, painted dogs are related to foxes. Sadly, they're endangered. There's less than 5,000 of them left in Africa. Contrary to popular belief, though, nope, they are not hyenas. Hyenas are not related to dogs. Hyenas are bigger, different color brown, and have a different head and body shape. Still a really cool animal, though.
Very cool.
Also to the left, but way back, are some beautiful dark brown and white antelope called sable antelope, named for that beautiful sable brown color. Now those are the girls. The boys get darker and darker. The strange looking cones of earth popping up everywhere are termite mounds, but not the kind of termites that eat your house. African termites spend most of their lifetime inside those mounds. Now the mounds are made out of dirt and termite saliva. Baked in the hot African sun, those mounds become as hard as concrete. Okay, we're coming up on the zebras again.
A wild human. Demon.
Now, zebras are members of the equine family. That means they're related to animals like horses and donkeys. Don't you do it. I found the other baby zebra. It's laying down.
He's napping. He warned
Stay at the edge of the road. Don't get in the road. Don't do it. So there's a baby laying down with mom, and then I've got the other baby right here at the edge of the road. I believe this is baby boy that's right by the edge of the road. I'm gonna go super, super slow. I don't want to startle him. Now that baby, the babies are going to nurse from their moms until they're about 10 months old, but they won't be fully grown till they're almost 3 years old.
Hi, baby.
Don't worry, I'm getting pictures.
My favorite animals are coming up on the right. Big brown cattle, great big giant horns. Those are Ankole cattle. Their great big horns do for them what a radiator does for a car. The horns help to cool their blood down on hot days so that they don't overheat. The horns are not as heavy as they look, though. They're mostly hollow inside. The small tan, black, and white gazelles to the right are called springbok. Those are fully grown. They only weigh about 70 to 100 pounds. They get the spring part of their name because they can leap 10 feet in the air to get away from a predator. Springbok can also run at 50 miles an hour. The gray animals are wildebeest. Wildebeest are part of one of the largest animal migrations left on Earth. When wildebeest migrate across the Serengeti, their herds can number 1.5 million wildebeest. Also on the right are large tan antelope called eland. Oops, she's going to cross the road in front of me. Eland are Africa's largest antelope. The males can stand about 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh about 2,000 pounds. This is actually the female. That's the girl. Sometimes I have a hard time. I got to really look. Unless they're side by side, and he is significantly larger than she is. So keep an eye out for him. And then we have Maasai giraffe to the left, one of 9 different types of giraffe found in Africa. The Maasai are known for their reddish-brown color and lacy look to their patch pattern. Tallest land animals, giraffe can be up to 20 feet tall, and they have the same number of bones in their neck that you and I have in our necks. Theirs, of course, are bigger. That's 7 cervical vertebrae, by the way. Another view of the wildebeest over to our right.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Some of you might know wildebeest by their other name. They're also known as the gnu, spelled G-N-U. That's actually the name of the sound that wildebeest make to one another.
Hey, Mom, Dad. Baobab tree, more baobab tree.
Giant whales and turtles.
That's the Ankole bull. The other ones we saw were the cows. That's the bull there.
More.
He's a good boy. One of the reasons I like Ankole so much is usually if you think bull, you're thinking, oh gosh, don't go anywhere near him, he's going to be really mean. Ankole are super chill. A friend of mine jokingly calls them giant puppy dogs. Even the bull, you can walk right up to him and he'd care less that you're there. He'd only care if you had food. Then he'd be your best friend.
Louder.
Coming up on our left, you're going to see greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are the largest but lightest
Very
pink of all
sassy
flamingo
birds.
species. Keep an eye out for 3 gray flamingos. They're fairly decent size, but they're gray. Those are technically baby flamingos. They just hatched out in June, so they're only about 2.5 months old. They won't be as tall as mom and dad until they're almost a year old, and they won't have their full pink coloration until they're almost 2 years old. Flamingos, of course, get their coloration from the brine shrimp that they eat. It's the carotene in the shrimp that turns their feathers pink. Yep, feeding the baby there. Now, flamingos are really cool, and there's only one other kind of bird that does that with their feeding their babies that way. Flamingos
many
and
flamingos.
pigeons produce a thing we call crop milk. It's a white substance they produce in their crop, which is the part of their esophagus that's right
flamingos.
before their stomach, and that's how they feed their babies. It gives them all the nutrients that they need.
Sounds like they're throwing down. Rocks. It's clay. I'm not sure. Can't tell if those are rocks or clay. That's a pole. Oh, there were rhinos here earlier. They're not now. They go take a nap. They go bed. It's 5 o'clock. They go take a nap.
Oh, anybody back there a fan of big cats?
Meow.
I got cheetah coming up on our left. Let me make this turn.
Dad.
Laying on the hillside.
It's bumpy. It's kiss, kiss.
Fastest land animals, cheetahs can run at speeds of over 60 miles an hour, but only for short distances. Guinness Book of World Record clocked a cheetah at 72 miles an hour. They are one of the smaller big cats, though. They usually only weigh about 100 pounds. Any heavier than that, they wouldn't be able to run at the speeds they do. Cheetah can go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Wow.
They're actually built like a greyhound as opposed to most big cats. Long legs, tiny, tiny waist, big, big rib cage. It helps them with the running. Now, cheetah are the only big cats that do not have retractable claws. When you look at a cheetah paw, it's a lot like looking at a dog's paw, and that aids in
They're just
traction
that
when they're
cool.
running at high speed.
Tweez.
Now, it looks like we made it to the Kopi. Kopi's going to be this big rocky outcropping coming up on our left. You'll see these scattered throughout the savannah. A lot of different animals like to hang out near Kopis. They like to hop up on the rocks and use them as a lookout post. Let's see if there's anybody in the area right now. How about lions? Let me get you a good view of the male first.
They haven't gone very far.
I'll get you a better view of her in a moment. This is pretty much what lions do for about 18 to 20 hours out of the day. They prefer to do their hunting at night. It's cooler, easier to sneak up on your food in the dark, plus they've got really good night vision. Now, it is true that the girl lions do most of the hunting for the pride, but the male's main job is that of protector. Not a lot of animals will mess around with a fully grown male lion. He can weigh over 500 pounds. The girls are about half that size. Now, did any of you see the live action version of The Lion King? He was the model for adult Simba.
Whoa.
She was the model for Nala.
It's so big.
They are. The animators actually came and studied them for a while so they could get them to look just right.
They go for it. They go for it. Pumbaa. Where's the sassy birds? There were ostriches over here earlier.
The sun came back out. All the animals disappeared.
Now up ahead, I'm going to show you a nest of ostrich eggs. The nest of eggs is going to be coming up on the right, a little ways back from the road. Largest egg made by a living bird takes about 18 to 24 chicken eggs to be the same size as one ostrich egg. Now, ostriches will leave their eggs alone for short periods of time.
Wow.
The eggs are really hard to get into. The shell's about a 1/4 inch thick. Apparently, ostrich can be a bit clumsy when they go to lay on their eggs, and they'll accidentally stand on them, but they won't break. And that's really impressive because an ostrich can weigh between 200 and 300 pounds. Coming up on our
They're
left
coming
at the
to the
Warden's
goats.
Camp, you're going to see
goats.
Nigerian
They're
dwarf
goats.
goats. These are going to get any bigger than this, and they're a dairy goat. For their small body size, they can produce quite a bit of milk. Some farmers in Africa are switching from larger livestock like cattle, which can be expensive to maintain, to smaller livestock like goats.
They're so
Goats
cute.
don't need as much room. They're pretty hardy, and they'll eat just about any kind of
want one.
vegetation. Any milk the farmer's family does not consume can be sold at market. It's another way the family
water?
can make money. Goat's milk, by the way, is slightly higher in protein than cow's milk, does not have lactose, and makes really good cheese. Zendar Safari. I hope you got to see some of the animals that you really wanted to see. If not, I do invite you to come back and join us again sometime. Different animals do tend to be active at different times of the day, and no two safaris are ever the same. I'm going to drop you off at the nearest warden's post. From there, it's just a short walk back to the village of Harambe. I'll also be dropping you off near the entrance to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Take a stroll through the forest and you could see
even more
western lowland gorillas,
I love this one.
hippos from under the water, meerkats, a different kind of zebra called a Grevy's zebra, and make sure you check out my favorite animals on the trail, the naked mole rats. In Africa, we don't like to say goodbye, Kwaherini, which means go well. So Kwaherini, everyone.
Not feed the wild animals. Sorry, Cece.
Huh?
It says do not
Mom
feed the
says
wild
she can't
animals.
feed you.
So I can't feed you.
That's messed up.
Not my fault. That's what the sign says. Okay, over to the river ride.
Yes. Pandora. I record. I do the YouTuber things. I properly do the YouTuber things like I'm supposed to. Pandora. Not to get mixed with Dora the Explorer. So pretty. Where are we on?
Forward, but she's doing a picture.
Oh.
Because I'm not standing here for 10 minutes.
People nowadays.
Go right that way.
This way. Stairs. Pandora. Oh no. My kid has bubbles. Everybody run. Oh no. Help us all. There's bubbles. Poor Dad. Dad does not like bubbles. They are everywhere at Disney. If you don't like bubbles, would not recommend going to a Disney park if you do not like bubbles. We're going on the ride. Hello.
You know, it's going to take me longer. You walked right through bubbles.
I want to know what these things are. They're cool, but like, I still want to know what they are. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. The mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I don't think they... I'm not sure if they have lions in Pandora. Yeah, probably. Oh no, there's a stop in the road. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. This is Navi River Journey. It's a boat.
Still want the front?
Yeah. Yes. She's recording. Yes, we want the front. What?
I'm gonna have you guys be row 1 for me, row 1. My next party, how about you?
Can I be on the edge? Thank you. Louder.
Yeah, if you.
Wow, what?
Please supervise your children.
The lion sleeps tonight. Boat. Boat. That's our boat. Where's my finger? That's the boat.
Bienvenidos viajeros.
Oh, it's dark. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to see. It is dark. What? It's not as dark as it shows. I swear. I just don't care. I know it. There we go. Who is he?
Attention. We have encountered a brief delay. Please stay seated in your boat. Your journey through Pandora will resume shortly.
We're still going.
It's funny how much blue you can see.
Yeah. Who's gonna tell them we're still going? Don't like how slow this is.
Most of them are skinny dudes.
It go hooey. Spin. Spin. Did I just hear barking? Oh no. I have encountered our stop.
Attention. We have encountered a brief delay. Please stay seated in your boat. Your journey through Pandora will
I can
resume
see that.
shortly.
I might have to pause the video.
Get a video of the weights and all the weights as they get on them.
We're still moving. It's not very fast. It is so much brighter in the camera than it is in person. Crazy. They need to repaint a lot of stuff. Definitely it's not as bright as in the camera. Wowder. Wowder. I love this animatronic. She is so pretty. Which one are we going on next? Flight Passage. We love Flight Passage. We're not be able to record much of it because it's a flying simulator. So I can tap my phone. So pretty. The sun came out. What is this?
Yep.
It's bright out now. Super bright. But just pretty. Yes, I record while taking pictures. Leave me alone. Go ahead. There's our next ride. Yes, Flight of Passage. We love Flight of Passage. It's such a fun, silly ride.
That's it,
I'd
right?
pause now.
Wow, I love the face paint.
Thank you. I got it done over by Kilimanjaro.
Stayed on.
Yes. Okay. Going on this girl's trip. Dad doesn't go on. Yep. He doesn't go on this one. So I will not be able to record the actual ride. But I'll record us walking. Because I haven't done that. It's weird. It's weird to do this. I'm not the one who records. It's normally this one.
So it's kind of weird to be on this side of the camera.
Yeah, it is. It's very weird. I can kind of put my hand, hurts. I'm not used to this. I've done this once, and it was on our trip because I was in the car with Shelby while we were going to North Dakota. And that video, I'm pretty sure, is less than a minute.
Seems accurate.
It's super pretty. Very pretty. I got this because I can see more. So pretty. This is, if you are at Animal Kingdom, this is a must. So good.
Huh?
I'm talking.
Oh.
My goodness.
That's what we're talking to me.
No. I want to know what these are. Like, what are they?
Worms.
That's kind of gross. Wowder. Wowder. It exit sign. Backside of water. Not Disney. Do the fast passes. So much better.
Lightning lane.
Lightning lane. Whatever. forever and always fast pass. Oh, it's cold in here. It's
Especially
raining.
since we're still wet from eating feet on.
Yeah, it was raining earlier. It's great.
Those with a fear of heights or a prone to motion sickness should bypass this experience.
People behind us. People behind us.